Good evening, Goffstown, and welcome to the Grizzly Den, where we have live basketball action where the Lady Grizzlies are going to be tipping off against the Keene High School. What are Keene?
I don't know what they are.
I don't know what they are either. Anyhow, I'm Bob Bartolucci.
Should have done research. I'm Rob
This
Foreman.
is Rob Foreman. Back to the Bob and Rob show. Well, a couple things to talk about. There was a couple of games. We had a Winnicott game, which you couldn't make it to.
I know, and we had
working.
Ava Winterburn on the fill-in.
We had Ava Winterburn. I would recommend all you fans tune in, go see Ava. She did a great job. Might need her help again next week, I guess.
Yeah.
So I got the word out.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes. And then we had a road game last weekend up in Bedford.
Yeah, tough one. I didn't get a chance to get up there, Bob, but I saw the score.
Just a squeaker.
Give us a recap.
Well, there's not a whole lot to recap. We're not going to spend a lot of time dwelling on that. Bedford is a very superior program. They ran very well. I like the spunk in our ladies. They never really quit, but they were also never really in the game. Well, to the tip-off, right? After the tip, we sort of went downhill from there. But, so the thing is, tonight against Keene, what can you tell us about Keene?
So we know we're about halfway through the season. We're 9 games in. We got 9 to go. We're 7-2. Keene's 4-3. I think, I talked to Largy real quick before the game, and, he'd been able to see some competition, that lower level competition, and now you've seen Bedford. Now, where do you measure up in between? Are you in that top echelon? Do you fall in the middle? They got a tough stretch coming up here, these last 9 games. But I think tonight it's about getting back on that horse, doing what's successful. I'd like to see some pressure. I'd like to see the defensive pressure. And Maggie's averaging 18.2 points a game, and we've talked about it all season long. But it's time to get those other folks involved in the offense. So I look for him to be very aggressive tonight. You never like to go on the road against Bedford and take a big loss like that. Kind of the pride comes out tonight. Let's see how they respond early on.
Well, yeah, I think, like you said, it's really about having our girls have a big bounce back.
Yeah.
From that loss to Bedford. And, this Keene won't be an easy team, so we're going to have to be on our game. What are you looking at as some of the keys to telling early if we're kind of in this game? What are you going to be looking for?
Yeah, like I said, I think it's the defensive pressure. I think it's, if we can score, we can set up our press, which will put some pressure on their guards. I think it's also us driving to the basket, looking for Ella and Penny down low and get them involved early. I'd like to see some of their shots fall quickly so we're not relying on the offensive rebounds over and over and over. But, again, if you can take a little pressure off Maggie early on, that opens up the offense later on. I would like to not see us fall in love with the three-pointer early on. We haven't shot great from downtown all season.
Right.
Take it to the hole. I think that should be the emphasis on offense. Play aggressive on defense. They've proven now that we're probably 8 or 9 girls deep on this team that can play
easily.
And I think the point should be, don't be afraid to give your all. If I got to take you out, I can sub you right back in, but give me all you got while you're in there.
Right. Now, my understanding is, from talking to some of the people here, is that Keene plays mostly a zone defense.
Yeah.
So offensively, what should we look for to attack a zone? I mean, how's that different than man?
Yeah. So, in the man offense, you're looking for a lot of screen and rolls, attacking, by driving to the basket. In the zone, you're going to want to feed the post players. So if Ella and Penny can be at the high and low post, look to dump it in. They have a couple of plays where they actually hand the ball off. Put Penny on the foul line, dump it into her, and run Maggie or Meredith right off, and it's a handoff play, and it's designed to be that way. But everything goes through those post players down low. If you can play into them, they can kick it back out for the jump shot, or you can have that handoff play. But I think Keene's going to want to take away our chance to really drive to the basket.
Right. But, that means our girls will have to stay nice and aggressive and drive. And like you said, we're going to need more balanced scoring than just Maggie.
And most teams at this level will go to that zone full-time because they don't match up well. And they're going to push us to shoot that three-pointer because they've probably seen the video that, okay, they're shooting 10% from 15% from three-pointer. I'll give them that shot.
Right. We're going to have Al doing the intros here, and he'll do his announcement. So go on to Al in a minute. You can figure out how to use the headphones. And it doesn't take a lot to confuse Al. There he goes. I was just saying, Al, it doesn't take a lot to confuse you. I had a little trouble with the headphones. And whenever you're ready, Al.
Well, it looks like we're going to start on time, which is even better.
Yeah.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Goffstown High School for tonight's NHIAA Division I basketball game between the Blackbirds of Keene High School and the Grizzlies of Goffstown High School. We ask for your cooperation that this NHIAA event is showing your respect for the athletes, coaches, and officials to make this game a meaningful one for all of those involved. And now, let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First for Keene High School. At forward, a 6-foot sophomore, number 2, Harper Zalaski. At forward, a 5-foot, 11-inch sophomore, number 3, McKenna Nelson. At forward, a 5-foot, 10-inch sophomore, number 23, Izzy Payne. At forward, a 5-foot, 10-inch senior, number 12, Grayson Smith. And at guard, a 5-foot, 5-inch senior, number 1, Ivy Keating. The coach of the Blackbirds is Caitlin Jesse. Assistant coach is Zoe Lupa. And now, here is the starting lineup for the Grizzlies. At forward, a 5-foot, 11-inch senior, number 15, Penny Annis. At guard, a 5-foot, 7-inch junior, number 23, Keely Capps. At guard, a 5-foot, 6-inch senior, number 13, Abigail Estano. At guard, a 5-foot, 9-inch junior, number 21, Meredith Winterburn. And at guard, a 5-foot, 10-inch senior, number 1, Maggie Sasso. The coach of the Grizzlies is Steve Largy. Assistant coaches are Nate Bracity, Cassie Lalemere, and Scott Brannon. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise if you are able and remove your hats as we honor America, our servicemen and women serving all over the globe, and all of our veterans with the playing of our national anthem.
Okay, Grizzly fans, and we're back live from the Grizzly Den in Goffstown, New Hampshire, where we're we're going to be facing out the Blackbirds. So that's
Blackbirds.
what they are. I was wondering.
Thank
I mean,
goodness
the logo
for Al.
looks kind of cartoonish. And
I thought, yeah, I didn't know what it was.
I didn't either, and I didn't want to make an incorrect thing.
Yeah,
So
I don't want to assume anything.
we know they're the Blackbirds. I like their uniforms, though.
Yes.
They got nice, very colorful uniforms. So this should be an interesting matchup tonight. We got a few little starters are a little different. Well, Kaylee Capps is in there in place of Ella, I believe. Ella
Yes.
Culleran's normally the starter. So a little bit different look here.
In Keene, I noticed there's 3 sophomores that are starting with the 2 seniors, so probably a little younger on their experience, yeah.
So anyway, the opening tip goes off to Payne for Keene. Payne out to Nelson. Goes out to Keating. Inside underneath where Zielinski put it up, just missed. Kind of blocked out by Ennis. Sasso goes inside, drives in around through 3 Blackbirds and got a shot off but missed. So Nelson back to Smith, tried to go inside again to Zielinski. Shot taken by Payne.
Quick foul by Penny there.
Penny.
And
No, it's going to be on
oh,
Winterburn. See,
no, they said Penny.
Oh, it is Penny.
See, just because I missed a game.
Well, see that? I didn't. That's why I'm all screwed up. Payne takes a shot. Got the first one in. That was a nice shot by Payne. Izzy Payne. One of the sophomores you were talking about.
Yeah.
Izzy sinks the other one, so puts Keene off to the early lead. Winterburn throws it into Astano. Astano's sort of trapped over there. Winterburn gets it. Oh, Penny tried to do a quick feed to Maggie Sasso. And went out. It's going to be Blackbird ball.
Yeah, so Keene was putting a little pressure on after the free throw.
So Smith inbounds this to Izzy Payne. Payne's looking around to Nelson, back to Payne. Looks like it should be a travel, but I think they're going to call Winterburn for the foul here.
Give her a little bit of the body there.
Yep, blocking. So Payne again is going to take this out for. We look a little disorganized here. Payne inbounds this. Tried to get a shot off with Zielinski, and it went off the side of the rim.
Ball.
So the jump ball, I think Capps jumping right in there against Nelson.
Yeah, but this first minute, it's obviously Keene didn't drive all this way to sit around. They're hustling.
They're working. Winterburn with the ball now. Out to Capps. Over center. To Maggie. Out to Winterburn. Over to Astano.
Keene's got 3-2 zone this time, so they're going to
Astano.
take away that high post.
Sasso's going to slow this down. So, yep, they're definitely going to, like you said, keep Goffstown to the outside and force them to take those long shots.
Yep. That's 2 quick turnovers.
There was a block by Smith on Astano's pass. Keene tries to shoot a 3. That didn't go anywhere near anything. So this will be Grizzlies' ball. So Winterburn's going to be hitting this in. Out to Maggie Sasso, to Winterburn. Oh, Winterburn tries to pass to Astano, but that's intercepted by Nelson. Out to Keating. Over to Izzy Payne again. Payne goes in on 2 people. Capps with a nice block there.
Yeah.
This will be another
Again,
jump ball.
Keene really out hustling us right now.
Yeah,
Offensive rebounds.
by quite a bit. I mean, yeah.
On defense there, hands out, getting deflections.
We look sloppy, too, with the ball, so kind of careless, these cross-court passes. Nelson threw one up. That missed. Keeley with the ball. Over to Winterburn. Out to Astano, who's going to shoot a 3.
Down
Hit
it.
it. Nice 3 by Astano.
Yeah, good ball movement there. And then Goffstown comes right back with their pressure.
Well, that's the thing. If they're going to keep you the outside and you're going to shoot 3s, you better hit them, and she did. So Smith's with the ball now. She's looking into Keating. Keating surveying. Again, the Grizzlies are playing more of a man, but keeping him outside. Intercepted by Maggie Sasso. Maggie with the ball into Estano. Estano's going to drive in, out to Winterburn. The Maggie shoots a 3 and just off the back rim. Izzy Payne with the ball now. Crosses over center court. Over to Smith. Smith tries to feed Zielinski inside, and Zielinski laid one up.
Good spin move there.
So despite all the sloppiness and shooting, there's only been a couple of buckets made. It's only 4-3. Stano with the ball now. Stano's getting attacked by 2 Blackbirds. Sasso tries to shoot another 3. Kind of missed everything on that one. Keene's going to inbound this. Timmer's coming in for Payne and the Blackbirds.
A good steal by Winterburn.
Winterburn with a nice interception there. Now Sasso got a nice 2-pointer.
Yeah, like we've said in the past, the defense can create some offense for you when you're struggling.
As long as you're hustling.
That's right.
Zielinski with the ball. Out to Smith. Smith feeds inside. Zielinski was all by herself. There was nobody near her. I don't know why nobody was in the paint for us. I can't imagine Largy like that. And he's going to put Morgan Dodge out there, so that's going to be our defensive conscious. It looks like Ella's going to make a
wow.
Maggie,
I thought she traveled on that one, but they gave her the foul.
Yeah, Maggie drove to the basket, and she drew a foul. So it'll be a 2 plus. Here's a chance to make another one. Make it a 3-point play. So Ella's coming in for Penny, and Morgan Dodge went in for Estano. So Maggie's going to try to make this a 3-point play, and she hit it. So Smith tries to inbound this to Nelson.
Yeah, and a double tip there. So Maggie got her hand on it, and then it tipped off the Keene player, so it'll be Grizzly ball here.
Winterburn inbounds this to Maggie. Back to Winterburn. Winterburn's shooting a 3, and just missed. Caps underneath.
Oh, great rebound.
It was a great rebound. She put it right back up and went right in. Good job by Caps on that play.
Yeah, she got great position underneath.
So now the Grizzlies are going with a little bit more of a press. They're going to force Keene to work for it. Went out off Winterburn. So the Blackbirds have the ball. They're going to be inbounding this. Smith's going to inbound it. Obviously, their strategy is to try to feed Zielinski down low.
Yeah.
She's the post player. Nelson with the ball. Out to Smith. Over to Timmer. Timmer with it. And trying to feed underneath to Nelson.
Good steal by Maggie there.
And Maggie once again with the ball. Maggie out to Dodge. Back out front to Maggie. Inside, feeds underneath to Winterburn. Winterburn with a good bounce pass to Ella.
Like I said in the pregame, if you can feed that high post, timeout. If you can feed that high post and she spins to the basket, if no one's on her, you got a great shot. If not, look down low, because remember, there's only one defender left down there to beat. So
yep,
that was a good pass.
Yeah, it was actually a beautiful pass. I like that. And so, you mentioned it earlier. I mean, the good defense can lead to the offense, because it looked like offensively we looked like we were struggling, turning the ball over, and then when we started pressing more defensively, we started now getting the turnovers the other way. Yeah,
outside of Estano's three-pointer, that was great ball movement on the offense. Everything else has really come on some sloppy turnovers or play like that. So, the defense can create offense. Right now they got to figure out how to stop Zielinski down low. She's their leading scorer, 12.7 points a game. So you got to get a body on it, make it tough for her to get the ball.
Yeah, and Izzy Payne has looked good.
And she's their second leading scorer. She's at 10 points. So between the two of them, they're at almost 28 points a game.
So Smith inbound this over to Payne, and now it went over to Zielinski. Zielinski back out to Payne. Payne's trying to drive in, and she went around Dodge and just missed getting a bucket there. Winterburn now with the ball. Out to Maggie Sasso. Sasso goes in. She drives in. It was a good take. Oh, Ella with a tip over to Maggie to keep it in. Winterburn out to Dodge. Back around to Maggie.
There it is. Feed the post.
Winterburn takes a long three. She's been snake bit out there. In and out, though. That was a good shot. A good take. She had the time. She was supposed to take that shot, so that was good.
That was a good shot.
So Payne now with the ball, surveying for Keene. Dodge on her. Into Keating. Keating over to Timmer. Timmer out to Smith. Smith looking to go in on Maggie Sasso. Maggie almost stole it.
Yeah.
Morgan Dodge with the rebound.
I mean, Maggie was putting tremendous pressure on her.
Well, you're noticing Maggie on both sides again.
You are, yeah.
And that's what we really need, the leadership.
Good cut.
Ella into Winterburn, and Winterburn had a nice layup underneath.
Yeah, that was a great cut from the backside.
Even with somebody on her.
Yeah.
They're going to call a foul here. Morgan Dodge. That's the way Morgan needs to play, though. I love to see her playing with that aggression, and that's why Largy put her in to begin with. And that's really when things started turning around.
Yes.
Putting Morgan Dodge back out there. So Smith now with the ball. Smith tries to feed Payne underneath, and Payne right over Morgan Dodge puts that in. Maggie now with the ball. Maggie works it out to Winterburn, over to Dodge, inside the Caps, right to Ella in the low post, back to Caps. Oh, like it went off.
Yeah, I would like to have seen Ella take that one up.
Thought that went off Timmer, but looks like the Blackbirds got the ball here. So Timmer now with it. Oh, almost stolen by Caps. So Smith with the ball.
Tries
to feed Keating down low.
Winterburn with the steal in the corner.
Out to Sasso. Sasso comes in, tries to lay one up, and she drew a foul. So she'll go to the line. Here we'll see in the replay, Maggie's driving in and really two of the Blackbirds. And Maggie's really been the only, in my opinion, the only real effective one on the line for us. We've been having a hard time, even when we're lucky enough to draw the fouls. It's only beneficial if you can sink the shots.
That's right, and those will become really important later this season when you're playing the toughest part of your schedule. Those, a couple games come down to 2 or 3 points and you miss 5 or 6 free throws.
Yeah, can't let that happen. So we got Zielinski now with the ball. She feeds Payne. Payne takes a long three, and that almost went in, but right underneath the basket is Zielinski. She had Dodge and Maggie was on her, but wasn't enough. That Zielinski's really good. Caps comes in. She throws one up. Ella with the rebound.
Over the back.
I don't know what they want Ella to do. She reached over, but I mean.
I'm not sure. Let's see the replay. She's not sure there was any contact, but.
Yeah, no, I didn't like that call at all. So Smith is going to inbound this. As you can see, the Grizzlies are pressing, which I like that defense.
Yeah.
Timmer with the ball.
Good
to
job
Smith.
by
Sasso
Maggie.
Intercepts it to Caps. Caps goes in for the layup, and she sunk it. Good job by Keeley Caps. Now you got Timmer. Number
dribbled
15.
out.
That's Pecor.
It's going to call a foul. That's 2 on Meredith. That's a tough call. I really thought she dribbled out of bounds before contact.
Yeah, kind of right in front of us, so it's hard to see. So Mia's going to make her way into the game tonight. So probably be going in for Meredith, right?
I would think so. She's got 2 fouls.
So Pecor with the shot. Oh, just in and out off the rim. Winterburn will take a break as Mia Brimson comes in.
We'll see. We've got just under 10 seconds if we can get a good shot off here.
Pecor thinks another one. Now Peyton Duff's going to come in, and Caps will get a break. So a relatively small lineup we have in there now. So, oh, and I didn't even see Reese made her way back in the game, so she snuck in. Steal by Pecor.
No.
Good steal, almost the end of the quarter, but she drew a foul. So they're calling dodge for that.
That was definitely after the buzzer.
Yeah, I agree. The buzzer definitely went off.
2 on Maggie. Pretty
called that on
unfortunate.
Maggie?
No, he called that on Dodge.
Oh, that's what I
2 on
thought.
Dodge.
So Pecor is going to take another free throw. And she sinks one. So there she goes for the second shot. And she got them both. So that'll keep this first quarter within 5, 18-13 Grizzlies.
Keene came out, the quick start for them. They looked really good early on. But I'll tell you what, I like seeing 18 after first quarter. Put you on pace for 72, which we don't sniff those 70 numbers very often.
No. And it didn't look good early in the first quarter, first couple minutes in.
It was a very slow start. Caps came in. She's got 3 quick buckets. She's got 6 points already. Maggie's got 2, 4, 6, 7. The 3 by Astano. So they're spreading out that scoring, but they haven't been able to figure out how to stop them, especially
Zielinski down low.
Yeah, because she's got 6 as well. So
yeah, so stopping Zielinski down low is one key thing.
Yeah.
The other thing is we do seem to be a little sloppy with the ball, so we got to do a better job of controlling the basket, the basketball. While we're playing, because too many turnovers. It really comes down to too many turnovers.
Agreed.
So we'll see here how it's going to start. Basically the same 5 for the Blackbirds. Out for your Grizzlies is going to be Maggie Sasso, Reese Still, Mia, Peyton Duff, and Morgan Dodge. Again, our small lineup. So here's Maggie, out to Dodge, to Duff, to Dodge. Oh. Dodge was going to feed Maggie underneath, but she didn't. Dodge now with the ball. Out to Maggie up at the point. Maggie's surveying into Mia. Underneath to Dodge, out to Reese Still. Dodge to Mia, to Duff underneath. Duff looked around and had 2 trees in front of her and decided to throw it out to Sasso. Took a 3 and missed. Now you got Timmer.
Oh, tipped.
Hits Largy in the head.
Yeah, he should pay attention.
Yeah.
He was turned the wrong way.
I think it was intentional, Coach. So Smith with the ball into Timmer. Back out to Smith. Peyton Duff on her. And now it's inside. We got Still on Zielinski. Zielinski's the one you have to watch.
Yep.
Timmer with the ball now with Duff on her. And then you got Pecor goes driving in, and Still and Zielinski are fighting for the ball, but Zielinski comes up with it.
She's tough inside.
Yeah, she's been clearly their best player. Maggie with the ball, out to Dodge. Dodge, out to Mia Brisson, to Duff underneath, again surrounded. Out to Mia, to Maggie. Maggie looks around. We got nobody underneath.
Nope.
Yeah, we got to get Caps back in, I think. Maggie
I'd like to see a little more size in there, too.
Yep. So, Sasso, she's driving in with 4 Blackbirds on her. Oh, she almost got the ball.
Around, yep.
Timmer now comes up with that rebound. So Timmer out to Payne. Again underneath the Zielinski. Dodge tried to get the steal, but it went back out to Payne. From Timmer to Smith, again feeding Zielinski underneath, and she does a quick turn off the rim.
Looks like I got a foul.
They're calling Maggie again.
No, it's on Keene.
I hope. Black 23. That's Payne. Izzy Payne.
That's 2 on Payne.
So we're having Reese Still comes out and Mia comes out, and back into the game will be Keeley Caps and Penny Annis. So Sasso with the ball again. We're getting the size back. Looks like Astano's coming back in. I'm assuming for Duff, but it could be for Dodge. One of the two. Sasso underneath. Again, just a little off there, and it'll be a jump ball with Zielinski.
Yeah, I like that last play, though. Maggie was on the foul line. If you can feed Maggie at that foul line, that's the one last year we talked about, the sweet spot for Ava Winterburn. 10 feet, give her that shot every time. Maggie should be the same way. Get that ball at the foul line and score.
So Smith with the ball up to Pecor. Pecor goes in. Oh, she was short.
A little deflection.
Grayson, post up.
All right. So this is going to be inbound by Nelson. Nelson, tried to feed Smith underneath, but Penny Ennis got the ball. Over to Maggie. Sasso with it now. Over midcourt to Astano. Back to Sasso. We got Penny underneath in the post. Got Cap switching off with her, so we got more movement underneath there, Rob.
Yep.
So Maggie with the ball. Out to Peyton Duff. To Maggie. Out to Caps. Back to Maggie. Maggie's going to drive in. Throws one up.
Yeah, look, he's trying to draw the foul. I think it's out of frustration there, but I'd like to see her set her feet and go up strong.
This is the problem early. We got into foul trouble, and that's why we don't have Winterburn out there. And I think we're kind of showing that hole there without having Winterburn. Sasso with a steal. She's down underneath. Feeds Penny up top. Back into Maggie, who shoots a 3 and hit it.
Shot.
We needed that. That's the first points we got in the second quarter here. So Pecor now with the ball. Pecor works her way around. Feeds Keating. Keating with a long 3, so she answered Maggie's.
Back-to-back threes.
So Sasso with the ball now. Out the Caps. Back to Astano. Over to Maggie. Feeds underneath to Penny. Penny's going to turn and try to bring it up.
She got lucky there. I think she was a jump ball before a foul.
She drew a foul. She probably shouldn't have pulled it down, right? Should she have turned the other way or not pulled it down?
What you said, when she spun, she had that ball lower on her hip. Your post players should have that ball up top so they can go quickly up to the rim.
Well, especially somebody's Penny's size.
Yes.
You want to hold it up kind of out of their reach a little bit. It does remind me of a play in Bedford. At one point, Penny had got the ball and just held it straight up over her head, where a Bedford player just took it right out of her hands.
Yeah.
And I was commenting on the sides watching this game. I'm like, Penny's not used to holding it up and just having somebody reach over and take it.
Right.
Penny being one of the taller players in the league, but Bedford has quite a few redwood trees.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Keating with
another
a long
three.
shot, hit another 3. That was a nice shot. So this game's got down to a 1-point game, 22-21. Outside of the 3 that Sasso got, that's the only point scored in the second quarter. So our offense has slowed down quite a bit. Astano with the ball, the Caps. Caps looking, see what to do here. Out to Sasso. Sasso's looking around. I don't think there's enough movement. Penny tries to feed Sasso underneath. Got Smith all over. She draws another foul.
That'll be 2 on Smith.
So once again, Maggie goes to the line, but she's the only place the offense is coming from. So we need more. Sasso takes the first shot, just off the back rim.
You jinxed her. You talked about how great she's been shooting from the line.
I know. Laser's coming in for Duff. Addie. She's a little spark plug defensively. She's aggressive, very good at rebounds. Yep. I like her play.
Too, yeah.
Is she a freshman? I thought she was a sophomore. Freshman?
Pretty sure she's a freshman. But we wouldn't know. You lost your roster, you know.
Yes, I know. Well, that's what happens when you're old. It's hell to get old. Nelson with the ball now. Feeds it over to Timmer. Timmer goes inside. He's got the ball. Oh, okay, here we go. Keating with the ball, feeds underneath the hill. Looks like a travel. Yeah. She had Astano on her. I think she might have had Astano beat if she didn't travel.
Yeah.
Mainly because she was a lot taller. Hill's a lot bigger. Hill's another freshman for Keene. So Keene's got a young team.
They do.
They look pretty good, too. Astano with the ball now, out to Caps. Caps kind of surveying the area here. She's going to drive it. Nope, out to Glazer. Out to Sasso. Back to Astano. Again, Grizzlies keeping it to the outside, not drawing it in. That was almost intercepted. Sasso's with the ball. Over to Astano. Far corner. Inside to Glazer. Out to Penny Ennis, who takes a three. Kind of didn't hit anything. Zielinski, though, got that rebound. Zielinski's now working it down the court. Oh, that's Nelson, actually. Three is Nelson. So Penny Ennis got the rebound out to Maggie. Sasso with the ball. Takes a long two.
In and out.
In and out. Oh. Nelson with the ball again. Maggie all over her. Oh,
jeez.
Caps ran into Timmer.
And ran into is exactly what she did there.
Yep.
There's that no, that's the replay. Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
She gave her a good shove.
Little shoulder.
2 minutes remaining in the quarter. 2 minutes.
So Nelson inbound this. Caps once again runs into Timmer.
Yeah, she's playing aggressive. I
Hill
do
with the
like
ball.
that style, though.
Hill tries to go in on Astano. Astano keeps her to the outside. There's Zielinski. That's the one you got to watch. Maggie on her. Now it's out to Keating. Keating tried to feed
It's
it over to
interesting. They
Hill,
moved Zielinski out from inside the paint on the last few trips.
which is weird
It
because
is. She was having her way down.
yeah, Zielinski. We couldn't.
Yeah.
We weren't even slowing her down underneath. Foul on Nelson. McKenna Nelson.
That's her second.
So once again, Maggie's going to go to the line. She's gone to the line at least 3 or 4 times now, right?
This will be 6 and 7 right here.
And just a little off.
All right, put the magic spell back on so she makes this one, will you?
Come on, Maggie. Okay, Dodge back in for Astano. Maggie's going to shoot her second shot. She will get this one. She got it.
Got it.
Thank God. All right. So Nelson's going to inbound this for the Blackbirds. Out to Hill. Hill driving down. Caps right there to slow her down. And this is over to Timmer. Timmer with the ball. Maggie all over her, keeping her to the outside. Keating with the ball. Keating takes a long shot. Just off the rim. Caps with the rebound. Caps to Sasso. Sasso with the ball. Over to Dodge. Dodge is taking a three just off the back rim.
Keene ball.
Out of bounds, so Keene's still going to get it. We haven't seen Winterburn this whole quarter.
No. I think coach is hedging the bet here, keep her out of foul trouble for the third quarter.
And the third quarter has not been.
And I think Maggie's been in the whole time, hasn't she?
Maggie has not come out yet that I've seen, or that I remember. So Payne, the P-core, almost intercepted by Addie Glazer.
She got the second. Oh,
stolen
Dodge.
by Morgan Dodge, right in front of Payne.
Active hands.
Yeah. Morgan defensively is really a standout. P-core with the ball. P-core is kind of working her way down on Morgan Dodge. Oh, Dodge almost went in for another steal.
Very
almost
active
got it.
hands.
Caps got the ball. Sasso feeds Morgan Dodge down low. Morgan goes up with it. Just missed. Penny's right there to collect the rebound. She put it up and missed. Now you got Zielinski. She's
She got
dropped
it
by
there.
Penny.
That should have been a foul.
I don't think. You think that? I don't know.
Yeah, there was a lot of body. I'm with
Yeah.
I'm with the Keene coach on that one.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else Penny was supposed to do there, but it seems to me
It's
Keene
getting
with the
really
ball.
sloppy right now.
I don't.
We need to get to halftime, and we need to
Yeah,
regroup
we do.
here.
Penny's been very lucky.
Yeah.
Morgan Dodge takes a
Count
long
it.
three.
That looked
almost
good.
done. So 23-21, not really very good. We only got 5 points in that
Yeah, and they
quarter.
only got 8, so that was ugly.
Yeah, it was.
There
not
was
good.
really no flow. We talk about a lot of times about flow in a game, and there just wasn't much flow there.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Helter skelter a little bit.
Yeah, it was a sloppy quarter
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, and all the things that were working, I think Keene's done a good job to throw off our groove offensively. And we get frustrated, and instead of moving the ball quickly, we just settle for a shot. And that's part of their game plan.
Right. Well, sloppy game. So what are you telling them if you're Coach Largy now?
Ball movement on offense. There's been a lot of
Clean ball movement.
Yeah, been a lot of slower passes back and forth up front. It's all about ball reversal, getting it around the perimeter, and making a lot of quick passes. Tire the defense down. They're going to make a mistake, but if you got good ball movement, you're going to get an open shot. Sometimes we're just settling and kind of walking through the offense. Our only offense tonight has really been the defensive pressure and the turnovers we've been able to create. So,
And really the only one hitting consistently, there's two people. It's Maggie and Caps underneath.
Yeah.
So I think in order to have success at the end of this game and to win this game, we're going to need a little bit more offense, because I am quite sure that the Keene coach is pointing out that Maggie's the one they have to shut down.
Absolutely.
If they do shut her down, we're going to be in a lot of trouble if no one else is scoring. So, Aiden, we're going to take a little break here until third quarter action. So, Goffstown fans, we will be back in just about 5-6 minutes or so for third quarter action here from the Grizzly Den. Thank you.
Students should take the computer science courses that we offer here at Goffstown High School in the Tech Ed department. They offer a nice channel to understanding how computers work, how technology works, and connecting the computers and technology that they use every day to things that are relevant to them. Game design and development is something that students get a lot of information about, and they understand it from the context of programming, as well as game design and animation. And so they understand how things work underneath the technology that they use every day when they are participating as consumers in gaming. Being part of the computer programming classes, where we offer classes in Visual Basic, as well as a new course we're starting next year, which is programming with Python. They get firsthand experience on how to code in a very fast-paced environment where we learn all the essentials of coding that help to satisfy their curiosity. A lot of the skills they learn connect to those career fields in programming. They connect to those career fields in computer repair and IT support, networking, game design, web design and development, and a lot of the courses have connections to industry certifications. So for instance, our new Python course will be connected to the industry certification for Python. Our computer repair course has a certification connected to CompTIA A+, and networking as well. Our Network Plus course is a new course next year that will connect to the CompTIA Network Plus certification. So there's a number of avenues through the courses you take to get industry certifications, as well as college credit. So a lot of these courses are running START. Definitely take a look at the program of studies and to understand if a course is running START and or offers a certification. When you apply for a position for a tech company or a tech position in any type of industry, the first thing they're going to look for is your experience, which you'll gain firsthand in class for any of the classes in computer science. And they'll also look for certifications, industry certifications that are relevant to the skills that you have. And so they give you an advantage in the job market by indicating that you are skilled, knowledgeable, and ready to work on day one. And that's important for a lot of the industries who are hiring entry-level technology folks.
The Goffstown Shuttle is a comfortable and easy way for Goffstown residents to secure transportation for a variety of needs, and it's completely free. The Manchester Transit Authority is pleased to partner with the town of Goffstown to provide curb-to-curb transportation to the residents of Goffstown. We strive to bring an enjoyable riding experience that helps those in need of transportation. All Goffstown residents are welcome to utilize the Goffstown Shuttle, completely free of charge. Everything from getting groceries to needing a ride to medical appointments, Goffstown Shuttle has you covered. All buses are ADA accessible and people of all ages are welcome. Priority will be given to those over the age of 62, as well as those going to medical appointments. You are welcome to bring someone along for the ride if you would like to have a family member or friend with you. Passenger destinations are permitted within Goffstown and for medical appointments in Goffstown, Manchester, and Bedford. You can also gain access to any destination on the MTA system by connecting to Route 6 at the Shaw's Plaza. The MTA and Goffstown are looking forward to meeting your transportation needs. Give us a call now to schedule your first ride.
Good evening, Goffstown, and we're back live from the Grizzly Den for second half or third quarter action here, where the Lady Grizzlies are clinging, and I do say clinging, to a 2-point lead here against the Keene Blackbirds. And actually, I'm impressed with Keene. They're really very good. They got a couple of
Scrappy,
people
they're
who
young.
can score.
Yeah. Yep.
They're very athletic. They're playing both sides of the court.
I feel like they had a game plan, and they've stuck to the game plan, and that's what's keeping them in this game.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
And I think our girls have been a little sloppy. I'm sure Coach Largy brought that up, and hasn't been the cleanest half of basketball, and a little inconsistent on the offense.
Yeah, and we were very complimentary after the first quarter. We said, wow, 18 points, here we go. We're going to have a big night, and then we put up a big fat 5 in the second quarter.
Yep.
So here we are, 23-21.
Back on our average.
Yeah, back on our average. But, this is a game that if it stays like this, it favors Keene. So we got to turn it up here in the third quarter.
So Winterburn's back in the game here. She just inbounded this for Sasso. Astano with the ball, out to Winterburn, feeds Maggie underneath. Maggie with two Blackbirds on her. That was blocked. Winterburn went right in there and picked up the rebound off the floor, right in front of Smith, and then put it in. So here we got Payne out to Nelson, back out to Payne. And trying to feed Smith.
Keeley's been very active.
Payne taking a long shot, but Sasso got this rebound. So Sasso's going in it to Astano, who turned and took a shot and went off the backboard.
Yeah, right idea. You're supposed to spin. If no one's on, you shoot it. But I think she got a hand in there at the last minute.
Nelson with the ball to Smith. Smith drives in off the rim. Sasso right there to pick up the rebound. She's coming in on Nelson, does her little spin and just missed.
Got her own rebound.
Yep. Sasso's definitely working hard here. Caps shooting a 3, and she hit it.
Shot, yeah.
Gives her, 9 for
Well,
the
actually, I was off in the first quarter, so that gives her 7.
7?
I awarded her a basket by accident.
Okay.
My bad.
All right, well.
That's a great shot, though.
We'll take you to the woodshed later.
Yeah.
Smith with the ball.
Well, let me see your score sheet.
Oh, no, I don't keep track of that. I can barely keep the names right. In fact, I don't even keep the names right.
You actually do a really good job.
No. I just do it because I love it. But
I'm always amazed we start the game and you know everybody's name, and I'm thinking, geez, I can hardly keep track of one person.
No, some of the teams are easier than others. I do seem to have a little rhythm here going with the Blackbirds.
Yeah.
Zielinski now with the ball. Oh, tipped away by Caps.
Caps has been very active tonight.
Very noticeable.
Yes.
I mean, she's well on her way.
I know.
It'll be her first.
Don't jinx her.
I don't want to jinx her. I'm not saying what she's on her way to.
Yes.
Payne with the ball. Payne to Pecor. Pecor puts it up. Winterburn grabs that before it even reached the rim. Winterburn to Maggie. Maggie tries to go in. 2 Blackbirds there. Out the Caps to Astano. Astano's looking to feed it down low, but throws it out to Maggie. It feeds it underneath to Winterburn. This is Winterburn's most effective area, underneath.
Black ball.
Yep. Winterburn took a little shot in the eye. Took a little elbow by Zielinski. So you got Payne coming in now on Caps. Now Winterburn picks her up. Keeping her on the outside. Payne goes in, takes a shot off the rim, gets her own rebound. They're going to call Caps on this. I don't know. Did she get? Looks like she got a lot of ball.
Here's the replay. I thought Penny bumped her from behind, I thought. Well,
she might have got a piece of her hand too, but it's tough when it's that low. You're going to obviously swing your hands for it. So Payne takes the first shot, just off the rim. 28-21.
I'm sure if they make it, they'll be back in their press. So we'll see if we can execute that press.
And she hit this one. Winterburn with the ball. To Sasso. To Winterburn. Winterburn's working it up to Caps.
That was backcourt.
Caps to Sasso. Sasso throws it up.
Fouled,
She draws another. She's going to the line again. This is going to be, 8 and 9?
Yeah.
Got to make them pay for those fouls. If they're going to foul you, Maggie, make them pay for it. 6-point difference here. Maggie puts one up right in. That's a nice smooth shot.
Yeah, when she's in a rhythm, she's got great rotation on the ball. You just know it's going in. Oh, we just jinxed
that
her
was
again.
going
I'm
in.
going to
Yeah,
shut
I
up.
know, really.
This is ridiculous.
She does look, I mean, she really looks smooth. A lot of times you can't tell if hers are going to go in. You got to wait until it happens because, again, that looked like it was in all
the
the way.
release usually looks really good out of her hand.
So Payne around Caps. Payne's driving in on both Winterburn and Astano. Smith got the ball, put it up. Now out to Payne. Payne elbowed away.
Offensive foul.
And it should be.
Yeah.
Payne put her arm out and sort of drove Caps away from her.
That'll be 3 on Izzy Payne.
Well, it would be to the Grizzlies' benefit to get her off. So it looks like Timmer's going to come back in most likely for Payne. Caps with the ball. Winterburn underneath the Caps.
Good
nice
take.
give and go. But Sasso got the rebound around the rim. Penny Annis is under there. Should be a jump ball. Took a long time to blow that whistle.
Yeah. Big Goffstown ball.
So Timmer's going to come in for the Blackbirds and taking out Payne as we suspected.
Still kind of surprised we haven't seen Ella and Payne and Penny in there together.
We haven't seen it really a lot all season. Both of them out together. They usually go in for each other. And
well, early in the season he had them both out there, and I thought that's really a problem when you got two of your post players. But I guess he's trying to even up their playing time.
So Penny with the ball. Well, I don't want to jinx it. This is the furthest into the game we got Penny Annis without being in a lot of foul trouble at this point.
I think they got away with a foul there. I think Maggie got hacked, but.
So Smith, Blackbirds, the possession here. Smith inbounds it to Timmer. Timmer's working her way down. Caps on her. Timmer out to number 3, Nelson. Over back to Timmer. Caps on
in
her,
there again.
and it's going to be a jump ball. Should be Grizzlies possession,
white
I
ball.
think.
Caps is really giving maximum effort tonight. Very impressive.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
Well, I don't know what happened.
Uncle Al called white ball, so
That's
he had me
right.
confused.
So Keating is going to inbound this for the Blackbirds. Out to Timmer. On the far side, Astano on her. Ooh, over to Nelson, almost intercepted by Caps. Nelson drives it right in.
Stole it right out of her hands.
Yeah, Caps took it away from her. Caps is now driving in on Keating.
Yeah.
And
I liked everything about that till we got down to this end, and we really had a 3-on-2. She should have dished that off, but great defensive end here by Keeley.
Winterburn to Sasso, out for a 3 just off the rim. Nelson with the ball. Zielinski picked it up, gives it back to Nelson. Nelson works it in, Sasso on her, and out of bounds. So this will be the Blackbirds' ball, so Nelson's going to inbound this. Looking to go to Timmer or Zielinski. Out to Zielinski. Penny Annis on her. Picked by Timmer. Zielinski working her way in underneath. Just missed.
Yeah.
Caps with the ball now. Over to Maggie Sasso. Out to Winterburn's going to take a 3, and she
got
hit
it.
Good for her.
She needed that.
That a girl, Mare. So Winterburn hit a 3, 32-22. Little breathing room now, 10 points. And
full timeout for Keene.
Full timeout for Keene. And, you know, Keene, I still think is playing well. They've been a little snake bit around the basket. And we know what that feels like when we're putting them up and not putting them in, you know.
Yeah, they're getting good shot selection around the rim, like you said, but they're just not falling like they did earlier. Huge three-pointer by Meredith. I think that could be something she builds on as we move through the rest of this game and the season, is that was good ball movement, reversal to Meredith wide open, and she drained it.
Talking to Meredith actually just before the game tonight, I had a little conversation with her, and she said what she's been focusing on the past few games now, past 3 or 4 games, is really focusing on taking more shots. I think we both noted in earlier broadcasts and earlier in the season, Meredith wasn't shooting enough. There were opportunities where she was sometimes right under the basket and she would pass them off. Now she's taking more shots. sometimes she does get a little snake bit where they're not going in, but you got to keep encouraging her to shoot them. They're going to start dropping like that one did. So we obviously, like we've talked about all year long, we need more balanced scoring.
Yep.
And you're not going to score if you don't shoot.
Yeah, they say the only way you can get out of a shooting slump is to shoot.
To keep shooting.
Yeah.
And as the great Wayne Gretzky used to say, 100% of shots aren't taken, don't go in.
That's exactly right. All right, backcourt violation here. Interesting.
So now Grizzlies are going to get possession. Winterburn into Sasso. Again, Keene's playing the zone, keeping the Grizzlies to the outside as much as possible. They want to encourage them to take those threes. Winterburn, ooh, Caps, that was almost thrown away. Caps did a good job. Winterburn's going to shoot another three.
Oh, that was close.
Close.
We got Ella in for Penny.
Yep. Zielinski grabbed this ball over to Timmer. Timmer works it in. Caps on her. Over to Smith. Smith looks around Morgan Dodge. Nelson throws it to Zielinski. It went off Zielinski and out. Yeah. So this will be Grizzly ball.
Yeah, this is where Goffstown's got to make them pay for it. There's been a couple turnovers and missed shots for Keene. Got to come down, and we got to make them pay for it.
Payne comes back in, but she's taking out Zielinski. So you put in one offensive.
I'm impressed with her, Zielinski. I like the way she plays. She's a sophomore, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So Payne went in for Zielinski. So really, those are the two best players. Yeah. So if you keep them off.
Yeah, like I said, they're averaging 28 points between the two of them, or 23 points. I'm sorry.
Yep. Okay, so Payne inbound this to Smith. Smith working in on Dodge. Out to Payne. Payne tries to go around Ella. Dodge, I think, got a piece of it to Smith. Timmer takes a long three, and she hit it. That was a nice three. Good job by Timmer. Dodge inbound this for Maggie Sasso. I think the Grizzlies want to slow it down offensively now. But try to make your shots count. Just good shot selection. Sasso's kind of looking around. She's got Nelson on her. Nelson's keeping her to the outside. Tries to drive in on both Nelson and Payne. Caps with the ball.
I'd like to see a timeout. Yeah, I was just going to say.
So Keene getting very aggressive defensively, and again, it's about drawing two people to the ball.
Yeah, and like I said, it's got to be quick ball movement. You know, you make it very easy to defend if you're in slow motion or you're dribbling a lot. You cannot recover defensively if that ball is passed quick around the horn. You saw a couple dribbles here, real slow motion. Move the ball. The ball movement's got to be picked up.
Well, the other thing, too, you noticed in there, and this is why we got kind of trapped and why Coach Largy was forced to call a timeout. When they were passing, you're passing to somebody 3 feet away from you. So when you're getting kind of squeezed defensively, the idea is to kind of move that ball. The ball's going to move faster than the defensive players. So you got to be throwing it to somebody at least 10 or 12 feet away, not somebody 2 feet away.
Yeah, back in my coaching days, I would tell the kids, if you can make three passes and get from one side of the court to the other with those 3 passes, you're going to get an open shot. The defense cannot keep up with the pass.
Right.
So we'll see what they drew up out of the timeout. I'd like to see Goffstown get a good shot here. We're at 2:10 left in the third.
Yep. So you're going to have Winterburn now inbounding this to Maggie Sasso. Winterburn. Ooh, she almost fed Morgan Dodge down low, but thought better of it. Threw it across court to Maggie Sasso. Sasso with Timmer and Smith. Great pass right to Ella Malloran waiting right underneath the basket.
Yep.
Smith now with the ball. Zielinski's going to be checking back in for the Blackbirds. Oh, Morgan Dodge all over her. That might have got away with one there.
I think we got away with a foul there.
Payne to Smith underneath. Dodge on her, but Smith put up a layup. So Sasso now with the ball. Over to Dodge, back to Sasso, to Winterburn, over midcourt. Oh, Winterburn had that hit away from her by Payne. Out to Nelson. Nelson to Smith. Smith to Keating. Keating takes a long three, missed everything. But Timmer did a good job of keeping that in, but she hit it over to Winterburn. Winterburn with the ball now, working her way down underneath to Dodge. Dodge goes low. Oh, she should have put it up.
Yeah, she was in
went out to Maggie. Fed Maggie. Ella with the rebound. 2 Blackbirds on her, and Nelson comes away with the ball. But she threw it away to Caps. Caps to Winterburn for a 3, and just off the back rim.
Sasso.
Sasso with the steal. Again, the Blackbirds did a good job of taking the ball away, but
yeah, Maggie happened to be in the right place at the right time on that one.
Timmer with the ball to Smith. Over to Nelson. Underneath the Timmer. Timmer out the Payne. Payne over to Keating. Keating looked for the 3. Sasso stopped there. Keating goes in. Dodge called for a foul. I thought she traveled.
No, I think Dodge had her hooked.
So Keating will have a chance to make this a 3-point play.
I don't really know where it was, but 3 on Dodge.
So in for the Grizzlies, Caps and Dodge come out. Duff and Addison Glazer comes in. For Keene, you got Pecor back in the game, along with, who was it? Zielinski came back in. Timmer with the ball. Meredith Winterburn with the rebound. Over to Sassa. 15 seconds left. Just look for one good shot. That's all we need. Finish off this quarter if we can get one bucket. Or a 3-pointer. One off the back of Payne. Winterburn draws a foul with less than a second to go. So
yeah, I wasn't sure he was going to call it.
I wasn't either, but we'll have a chance to.
That's 4 on Payne.
So Winterburn's going to have an opportunity here to add to the Grizzly lead. And she missed the first one. So the lead's only 7. I'd like to get one more here. And Winterburn missed both. And that'll do it for the third quarter. So 36-29, the Grizzlies. So
the Grizzlies get 13 in that third quarter. So again, up a little bit. Winterburn with 5 of those 13. That big 3-pointer. Again, both teams just struggling offensively to find
a rhythm.
A good shot selections. Some of it is because the defense has just been a lot of active hands out there.
Yep.
I mean, both sides just grabbing, pushing, shoving, reaching, trying to get those deflections.
And I'd say from a foul standpoint, I mean, there were. I'm actually going to, hopefully won't jinx this, but I'm actually going to, because we criticize them enough, but I think the officiating's been pretty even. There has been things let go, but I think it's been kind of equally let go on both sides.
It has.
But like you said, it's very active hands. Both teams, though, I still find, I mean, if you want to get nitpicky about it, both teams still are a little sloppy.
Yeah.
Too many giveaways, and I think no matter what side of the court here you're looking at, you can certainly criticize the Blackbirds for that, as well as the Grizzlies, where there have been some golden opportunities just coughed up by your own play or sloppy play.
Yep.
So Winterburn now will inbound this, possession Grizzlies. Maggie Sasso comes in. I think the key is just slow down and make the right shots here. Okay. Winterburn underneath to Maggie Sasso, and Maggie sinks one. 38-29, lead by 9 for the Grizzlies. Timmer with the ball. Timmer works it away over midcourt to Smith. Addie Glazer right on her, keeping her. Smith curls it in, out to Timmer for a 3-pointer, and she hit it. It was a nice shot by Timmer. So that was Lucy Timmer taking that.
Yeah, she got 2 threes in the second half here.
Yep, Winterburn to Sasso. Sasso with Timmer on her. Oh, Sasso went right around 2 Blackbirds, but missed. Zielinski with the ball to Smith. Back out to Timmer. Timmer's working it in. Down low to Keating with Duff on her. Addie almost intercepted it, but it went
one of
off
those
her
that
hands.
landed in your hands before you knew what to do.
Ella's coming out, and Reese still works her way back into the game.
Here comes one of those smaller lineups.
So we're going to have Timmer inbounding this for the Blackbirds. Out to Zielinski to Keating. Keating looking into Timmer. Timmer out to the smallest player on the court, Pecor.
Double dribble, yeah.
The second smallest player on the court, Duff, was on her. Winterberg into Sasso. Maggie's going to work it down. Again, zone play for Keene. Sasso scopes things out. Over to Winterburn. Underneath for Still. Still's going to dribble it. Tried to go up, but it went off her leg. Winterburn takes a shot. I don't think she had both her legs settled. So
she kind of rushed that shot.
Yeah. Timmer to Keating. Keating out to Smith. Smith went right around Addy and put it up, but missed. Still with the ball. Over to Winterburn. Into Sasso. Sasso with the ball. Steps back. Over to Addy Glazer to Winterburn. Winterburn goes in on Smith. Throws it out to Still to Duff. Duff's going to take a three, and that almost went in. Still with a nice rebound.
Great offensive rebound.
Sasso goes out for the three. Again, that's off the rim. Zielinski with the ball. Out to Keating. Keating's working in on Sasso. Out to Pecor. Pecor with a three. Off the rim. Addy Glazer gets the ball to Maggie. Maggie working it down. Again, they're all chucking them up. Nobody's hitting them. Peyton Duff throws it, tries to hit Winterburn, but it went off her and over to Pecor. Underneath to Timmer. Timmer tried to put it up. I think we got away with a foul there.
Yeah. This game's quickly turned into a football game, it seems like.
Yep. Glazer got that rebound to Maggie. Maggie's going to go in on 4 Blackbirds. And it's going to be a call, I think, on Smith for the Blackbirds.
15.
No, 15. That's Pecor.
Our first.
Caps coming back in for Duff. And Nelson comes in for Pecor.
You get a feel, like I said, it was 18-13 after the first, and I just feel like it's been a dogfight now, and it's tough to find a point.
Yep. Again, no rhythm offensively for either team, really. 38-32, 6-point lead is what the Grizzlies are clinging to, and I say clinging because this game can go either way. Zielinski. I think Addy had to do that. You have to, I mean, you can't let Zielinski go in and just put that up. Now she'll go to the line. We'll see how she does. Has she been to the line before?
No.
I don't think she has this game.
Nope. She got 4 baskets, 8 points in the first half.
So Zielinski's going to the line to take a shot here. First name's Harper.
Yeah.
That's a pretty name. Harper Zielinski.
Yeah, and if she makes this, you
Like
know,
the
it cuts
first
it to 4, and then they're going to put that pressure on again. I mean, this is a really tight ball game.
Very tight is right. Here goes Harper with her second shot. And she hit it. So 4-point game now. So Grizzlies have to protect the ball. That's got to be first and foremost. Sasso to Caps. To Winterburn, inside to Addy, and Addy, almost threw that away. Still got the ball.
Recovered that.
Yep. Winterburn underneath to Sasso. Sasso puts it up, got a basket. We needed that, and
a timeout.
Yeah,
a lot of action there. That was one of those shots by Maggie where the senior captain got the ball and realized, I got to get the ball to the basket. You know, she was inside maybe 6-8 feet. She got a really good shot off, but that senior leadership, you could see it in Maggie at that point. There are times she knows when it's my time. I got it. This team needs me.
Yep, and she needs to step up, and she has. I think she's been really noticeable on both sides of the court tonight.
Yeah. And she's played every single minute.
Pretty much. Yeah, I don't think she's been
She has
off.
not been out.
So, as usual, you got to be very, very impressed with Maggie Sasso.
Yep.
And, you know, the Grizzlies go as Maggie goes.
They have been, yeah. She's one of the top scorers in the entire state, so.
Where did she stand in the state? Is she really up there?
Yeah, she's at like 18.6 points a game.
Good for her.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize she was up that high. I
should
knew
pay
she was our
attention.
leading scorer. Oh, Smith tried to go in around Maggie. Maggie got a steal and puts up another one. So there's Quick 4 points. We needed that. 42-34 Grizzlies. 4.5 minutes to go. Timmer with the ball. Feeds Nelson down low. Nelson goes in for Timmer. Timmer looking for Nelson again. Meredith Winterburn on her. Timmer with the ball. Oh, tries to feed.
Good play by Maggie.
Feeding Maggie Sasso.
Yeah, she was out. Good play, though.
But she stepped out of bounds. Payne's going to come back in. She's got 4 fouls. One more, she's out. So she went in for Timmer.
Yeah, you know, and give credit to Meredith Winterburn. She had 2 fouls early in the game, and she's been able to maintain and be in the rest of this game without foul trouble.
Yep, pretty clean. And she's played well defensively.
Yep.
Not to mention a couple of three-pointers she's got, or at least one three-pointer and one other bucket. Sasso. 2 still. Still out to Sasso. This is the key. Slow it down. No rush. Maggie goes in underneath. Just missed that one. Ball came out to Nelson. Oh, to Keating. Keating take another 3. She's hit a couple from that same spot.
Caps
goes down.
Yeah.
Calling her for travel.
Thought she got bumped, but.
Yeah, I didn't like that call.
Coach didn't like that either.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
Takes a lot to get Largy going on the officials.
Payne with the ball. Payne kind of looking off the Largy. Payne looking to inbound this to Zielinski.
Nice play.
Zielinski is really good down low. So 42-36. Again, the Grizzlies, it's about ball control, just maintaining control, slow it down. Winterburn gets it over midcourt. Out the dodge. Don't shoot the crazy threes.
Don't settle for that. It'll be there.
Sasso goes inside. Just Smith.
Yeah, I like that shot selection. It just didn't fall.
Smith now with the ball. We just got to kill more clock here. Nelson goes in, and she draws a foul, so that's going to be on Penny. Penny Ennis. That's her. Ooh, 21. That's
Meredith.
on Meredith Winterburn.
Yeah, so
you
3.
jinxed her.
Of course I did.
This will put Nelson to the line. I think, I don't know. My feeling is the Grizzlies, where they get control of the ball, they got to. There's no shot clock in high school. So take your time.
Take your time. Make the other team really defend you.
Yeah, kill 30, 40 seconds every time you touch the ball. You'll win this 37-42 5-point game now with Nelson taking her second shot. Nelson puts it up just off the rim. Zielinski almost got the rebound. Winterburn gets it first, though. Good hustle by Winterburn. Meredith Winterburn into dodge. Don't take the 3, please. All right. Winterburn the caps. Take
Talking about a shooting.
Take your time. Winterburn, just hold the ball. That's it. That a girl, Meredith. I love Meredith. Good job. In the Penny Ennis down low. Oh, Penny tried to put it over to Maggie. Just barely kept that in. Winterburn now goes in. She's blocked out by Zielinski. It went off Zielinski. I don't understand why that's. Oh, it is our ball. Yeah. I thought at first he was giving that back to. I thought he was giving it back to the Blackbirds. So it's still Goffstown maintains control. The Sasso shoots a 3 off the rim. Nelson got that rebound. Caps with the ball to Maggie Sasso. Sasso with the ball to Dodge. Dodge again on the outside. They want her to foul her, but Payne can't be the one to do it or she's out of the game.
Yeah.
And that's what she's saying. She's saying somebody foul her. Payne can't do it. Sasso with the ball. Penny Ennis. Oh, Ennis tries to put it up. Oh.
That's got to be a jump ball.
Took down Zielinski.
Black ball.
So Timmer's going back into the game. Taking out Payne. So Smith now is going to inbound this. 2 minutes.
Under 2 minutes. Here we go.
5-point game. This is
going to get interesting.
A very exciting game. Oh, Nelson tried to put it up, but couldn't. Winterburn got it. Over to Dodge. Dodge underneath. Lays one up.
Big bucket there.
44-37. Smith with the ball. Ooh, the Keene coach is very active.
Yeah.
Smith looking around to Keating. Keating trying to go in on Dodge. She did make it inside. She puts up a layup. Keating's played very well tonight for the Blackbirds. Sasso to Winterburn to Sasso. Back to Winterburn. Back over to Caps.
Timeout.
Timeout. Largy. He's going to take a full timeout. So
minute 16 here.
Well, like we said, it's been equally sloppy on both sides.
Yeah.
But that's what's also kept this game really close. Low scoring,
Absolutely.
44-39.
Yep.
But the Grizzlies maintaining a lead.
Yeah, we got to draw up a play here. The play, like you said before, is you got to milk the clock. The only thing that's going to beat you now is that time. So Grizzlies got to inbound the ball first. Second is run the clock. Let them foul you.
Right.
Then
Make clean passes.
Right. Then it comes down to when we get to that bonus situation, that ball needs to be in Maggie's hands. She needs to be on the line making those free throws as the captain, as the senior, as the leader of this team. So there's a few things you go over in that huddle, and those are in that order. Inbound the ball, run the clock. When we get to the point where we're in the bonus, it's got to be in Maggie's hand.
Right. I don't know if they'll have time to really get into the bonus.
There'll be quick fouls right here.
Because there's only a minute left, right?
Minute 16. So what do they have? It says only one team foul up there, so they need 4 more.
Right. Minute 16, like you said. The biggest thing is controlling the ball. We can't have any giveaways here.
Absolutely.
Or taking any foolish shots where you're going to allow them a walk down here.
Exactly.
Because they get a couple of buckets, they're right back in this game. So you got Sasso out to Caps. Caps to Winterburn. Smith on Winterburn. Winterburn's waiting.
I'm shocked they haven't fouled.
Good job. I know.
Shocked.
Now they will.
There we go.
So Smith comes in to foul Winterburn.
3 on Smith.
So again, they won't go to the line.
So you got 14 seconds you burn there, but
you just got to do that 3 or 4 more times.
Yeah. So I don't know if that team fouls are correct on the scoreboard.
Winterburn, Penny in it. Caps gets the ball. Jump ball. Well, that's good. He didn't call her for a travel this time. The Grizzlies maintain control. That means the next jump ball they won't.
That's right.
Less than a minute to go. Winterburn with it. Winterburn into Sasso. Sasso to Winterburn. Smith on her again. And Smith grabbed her shirt, but they didn't call it.
No.
Sasso with it. Now Nelson has to foul her.
That's 3 on Nelson.
So that's good. The Grizzlies just hang on to the ball, and this is all we got to do.
Third team foul.
So Payne's out of the game. That's her 5th, right?
No, that wasn't
they called
on
it
her.
on Nelson, right?
Yeah.
But Payne came limping off. That's what it was. Sasso with Nelson hanging all over.
All over.
Another foul on Nelson.
4 on Nelson.
So Winterburn now with the ball.
4th team foul. So I think next one, are we shooting bonus on 5? Is that the new high school rule?
Yeah. Oh,
what the heck happened here?
I thought it was Morgan Dodge tripped everybody, but
Didn't know if I was supposed to catch Maggie there.
Morgan just shrugged her shoulders like I didn't do anything and walked away. So Timmer drew a foul here.
Caps goes to the line. Big free throws right here for Caps.
Just hit a couple, make it hard here.
Yeah.
So it's a 5-point difference, 40 seconds to go. The Grizzlies should be able to control this. 6 points now, 45-39. Really, what started as a high-scoring game in the first quarter.
Yeah, we jinxed them.
Caps, second, off the rim. Winterburn, though, got the rebound.
Kick it out, eat the clock.
This is what's made the difference here in the second half is rebounding. The Grizzlies have controlled this. Smith now fouled Winterburn, so Winterburn will go to the line.
Send Winterburn to the line for 2.
Again, 31 seconds left to go.
Still a lot can happen.
Yep, but I'd say if she gets 1, we got it. And she got 1. It looks good.
You feel good. I never feel good till 0's on the clock.
Well, I feel pretty good right now. Winterburn got them both.
I feel better now.
Yeah. So
no fouls here.
8-point difference. Keating into Nelson. Nelson put one up. So now you got Winterburn inbounds this to Sasso. Sasso killing time. Over to Winterburn. Winterburn over midcourt. Back to Sasso. Sasso with the ball. 9 seconds, 8 seconds. Sasso's just killing clock.
Not sure why
tried
they
to
didn't
foul
foul.
her. Well, they're not calling it. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, the refs
Ugly
just let that
finish.
run out. 47-41. It was
Wow.
It was sloppy, a little ugly, but it made it exciting because both teams were equally. This was actually a well-matched game.
Yeah, it was.
You know.
I'll tell you, most impressive for me is a young team like Keene came in here with a game plan, stuck to the game plan, and played with a lot of heart and passion. They played hard for 4 quarters. I felt like there were times tonight where the Grizzlies looked really good, and I felt like we were asleep at the wheel. And I don't think Keene ever took their foot off the gas. So hats off to that coach and that squad. They really came in with the game.
Good job, coach.
Yeah.
No, you guys.
No, I think that they had a good game plan.
Yeah.
We're gonna take a little break. We'll decide on our roses.
We're gonna have 2 roses tonight,
roses,
and then
we'll
we'll
get
have
Coach
the coach in the corner.
We will.
We'll do. So we will be back in just a few minutes, Aiden. So we're gonna count out. We're done. Good evening, Goffstown. We're back live from the Grizzly Den with one of the roses of the game. And this is Miss Meredith Winterburn, your first rose this season.
Yep.
So congratulations. We
you.
had you, well, Rob had you. It's not we.
He
I
doesn't
don't
keep track of anything. Nothing.
I'm lucky I can keep track of what's going on in the game.
He knows what they serve at the snack stand, though.
Well, that's true. I know all the items at the snack bar. You got 9 points.
Yep.
You hit what I felt was probably one of the biggest buckets of the game is at 3.
Yeah.
Because we seemed to be like in a little malaise here. The game seemed to start off a little slow. What was the game plan coming in, and why do you think we started out so slow?
So we knew that they were going into a zone of some sort. We were thinking like a 2-3, 3-2, 1-3-1, literally any sort of zone that they have, they put at us. And so the game plan coming into that was just obviously to beat the zones in the way that you should beat the zones, drive the gaps, take good shots, move the ball around, get them on their toes. And I think it was just a little bit slow coming on because we just didn't do that well. We didn't move the ball well, and we didn't take the best shots, but I'm glad that once we got going, it got going.
Yeah, and we made a comment the first quarter. There was a slow start, but you end up putting up 18 points in the first quarter, which is a lot of points, way ahead of what our average might be. Yeah. Tell us a little bit. I missed the Bedford game, although I got briefed on what happened. That's
a
tough
squeaker.
Yeah, that's a tough game.
So close. So close.
Yeah, that's a tough game against a very good opponent. Now you got to bounce back here. This becomes one of those trap games. You know, this is a young team. They're very athletic. They're very good. But what was the game plan for you guys, you know, overall coming up from the Bedford game?
Well, I mean, we're adjusting from a team that plays at like the collegiate level, and not to say that Keene's not a great team because they're phenomenal, but we really had to adjust to kind of a team that speeds us up to one that we need to be patient with in their press because they were pressing in a 1-3-1, and we just needed to be able to find those gaps, but we needed to be patient in doing so.
Yeah.
Yeah, and, well, we were. I mean, the end of the first quarter obviously did change because it took us like we were a good minute, over a minute in before we got our first point in the first quarter, and then finishing off with 18. We slowed down I felt the game was really kind of sloppy. I mean, is that one of the things that Coach Largy was noticing? We seem to turn over the ball a lot.
Yeah. I mean, this season, like as this team, like we turn the ball over a lot, and so like always at practice we're working on not turning the ball over and just trying to get better at that. But in games like these when we're kind of evenly matched with our opponent, like it shows that we need to work on not turning the ball over, myself included. So we just need to be more patient again and just make better passes to better looks, I guess. Open people.
Yeah, and I would say this Keene team was well coached, young, athletic. Probably a lot like what you're going to see the second half of the season. You have some good opponents left to play. What's the mindset now? You got to turn the page every night. You know, you play Bedford, you play Keene. You got to turn the page. What's next on the page?
Well, we have Trinity Friday, which is one of those teams that you can't like underestimate. Even based on their record, you never know what you're going to get from Trinity. But we knew that this game was kind of like your turning page into the second half of the season, and we wanted to use this to kind of propel us forward because we have great opponents coming up.
Good.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough season. It's going to be interesting. Our record now is
8-2. Yeah.
8-2.
Yeah.
So we're in good shape to go into the second half, but we can't let our foot off the gas. So Meredith, congratulations.
We like having you in this chair again.
We love having you. Yeah.
Come back and see us.
We got to get you more here. So we'll be back with our second rose in just a moment. Back live from the Grizzly Den with our second rose of the night, and it's going to Keely Katz. So this is her first rose ever. You've been noticeable, actually, the past few games, I think, playing very aggressive on both sides of the court. So, you know, rebounds, rebound control. You sort of a beast out there. But today we also noticed a lot of offense, mostly off rebounds. So what was your thinking coming into the game, and, you know, sort of what was going on underneath, or what were you noticing where it made a difference for you offensively?
I was just like coming into the game thinking like we need to win, having that winning mindset to put us in like good standings, and I always go to the glass off of shots to like get us extra attempts, so that's like always my mindset, is try and get to the glass as much as I can, and it worked really well tonight.
One thing I noticed, both sides of the floor tonight, you were very active.
Yeah.
Defensively in the first half, I just remember looking a few times saying, she's all over the place. I mean, swiping the ball, loose ball on the floor. You know, what is your mindset about playing defense?
Just go hard. Just play hard.
Yeah.
That's it. I've always been a defensive player, so whenever I play defense, I'm always like intense and trying to get every ball I can.
Yeah, you did a great job. Great job.
We were talking a little bit with Meredith about this, and, you know, obviously we're going to bring it up in Coach's Corner with Largy. Felt the game was it was hard to get into a rhythm offensively. I think both teams were suffering from the same thing.
Yeah.
And I felt that the game was also on both sides a little sloppy.
Yeah.
How do you feel like moving forward against Trinity, second half of the season? You got some tough opponents coming up. How do you work like on your own game, and what things can we look at doing to try to clean it up so offensively we're not giving away the ball too much?
I think we just need to work on extra reps in practice, like trying to work through our offenses, because I think our offense today was very slow, and it was like working to their defense, which was very sloppy. So I think we just need to work on more reps on like gap against the 2-3 and just that stuff.
So as we said with Meredith, this is a really tough part of the season. You're halfway through. You know, the legs get a little tired. You have some strong opponents left on the schedule. What's the mindset for the team in the second half of the season?
Just play as hard as we can, and just take it one game at a time, because we have some tough opponents coming up.
Good.
Yeah, you got to be careful not to look too far ahead.
Absolutely.
A team like Trinity can be tricky.
Yeah.
So we got to keep our heads up for that. Do you know anything about Trinity, or like what the mindset is going into that game Friday night?
I just know they're a young team. We've done a little studying on them, but we need to watch more film on them to get a really good idea of them.
Okay. And I would encourage you to keep playing the same way you have been.
Absolutely. Great game tonight.
Past few games, so you've been doing a good job, so stay aggressive. So a rose tonight for the first time. I have a feeling it won't be the last time.
Yes.
So we'll be right back with Coach's Corner. And yes, live from the Grizzly Den, and we're back here with the Coach's Cornered. So Coach's Corner, Coach Largy. All right, first thing we noticed here, it seemed to be we were a little late to the party, to getting started. First quarter started off a little slow.
We scored 18 points in the first quarter, Bob.
I jinxed you guys, too. I said, we're way ahead of schedule right now.
Started slow.
We did
What
early.
are you?
It took us, we were at least a minute and a half in before we got our first point.
Yeah.
But he likes to score quick.
I like it quick. The thing that I did notice, it was I felt that it was hard to get into a rhythm, and it was a little sloppy. We had a lot of turnovers. So I want to know how you feel about that, and is that something that was discussed with our young ladies in the locker room?
Yeah, I mean, turnovers, I mean, I think against the zone, to a certain extent, we don't love to turn the ball over, but we're trying to generate looks inside, and sometimes if we're turning the ball over, we're sloppy or we're loose with the ball, and it's because we're trying to do something that's in our best interest as a team. I really don't necessarily have a problem with that. I think it's the unforced turnovers that we, in other games that I've seen where we're trying to push the ball and it's not there, or we're trying to give the ball to a teammate that probably shouldn't catch the ball in a certain situation. Like, at the end of the game, I thought we executed well in the last 2 minutes, but I think Mare inbounded the ball to Penny when we had Maggie in the backcourt, and we're putting Penny in a really tough position where she's catching the ball in the corner. And
Trapped, yeah.
Yeah, and so Mary asked me, what do you want me to do in that situation? And I said, not that.
Yeah.
Whatever we're doing, not because we don't want to put and so like those are the turnovers that I have a problem with. If we're looking into the high post and we make a pass and there's a tip, or we don't make the exchange or whatever it is, those are turnovers that we're gonna live with, because I want kids to have the confidence to, okay, coach said go into the high post, but I turned the ball over last time, so I'm never gonna look in there again. So it's kind of like it's like confidence with shooting. It's confidence with handling the ball too.
We've noticed Caps tonight. We had her on as one of the players of the game. Both sides of the ball, she was just active. I mean, defensively, offensively. We noticed Reese finds a good place to be on the floor.
Yeah.
Some of these young girls are really stepping up. But talk a little bit about Caps. We haven't seen her sit between the thorns before.
Yeah.
But she was well prepared to come into this game tonight.
And I mean, this was her first start of the season, her first start of her high school career.
Yeah, true.
So and she is a player that she gets nervous. Right? So she has a nervous energy, but she has improved so much. I don't know if like end of last year, her end of season JV last year, she had the knee injury.
Yeah,
right.
Saw it happen.
Right, and so that was at Winnicott, and she had to sit a lot. And that was something that she wasn't used to, just having to kind of see the game and experience the game from the bench. And I think that kind of calmed her down. I think she really kind of processed the game in a different way. And she's really come back this season with, I think, a new lease on life. I mean, she's always been aggressive, high energy, generates plays with her defensive toughness, physical down low. But what I'm seeing from her is a calmness on the offensive end with the ball, taking care of it, attacking, but at the same time, if we need to pull it out, pull it out.
Yeah.
So, I mean, she's made huge strides as a player, considering she didn't play any varsity basketball last year.
Yeah.
Right. So now she's starting for us.
Yeah. Awesome.
No, I thought she looked really good, and she's one of the players I've noticed throughout the season is gradually improved, like almost from game to game with every game, and you can count on her with the rebounds and stuff. I felt we went to the bench quite a bit, and we did have a lot of smooth transition from one player to another, almost seamless, but I did find that we looked like we were having a little bit of trouble trying to get into that offensive rhythm.
Yeah.
I mean, Maggie was hitting a few. Meredith started pulling it out late in the second quarter or second half, and especially I thought the key basket for Meredith, and really one of the biggest things that earned her the rose, was the three-pointer she got when we were kind of struggling in the third quarter.
That was a big shot.
It was huge.
How do we spread the offense out a little bit more and get sort of a little more balance? Because team like Bedford, you saw them keying on Maggie, and if they shut down Maggie, we're going to be hard-pressed.
Right. And she still scored 21 in that game. But, no, you're right. I mean, as a team, we play our best games when we have balance scoring the basketball. And we have multiple kids that can do it. I think, like what you're saying, is we have to be a little bit more prepared with what we're doing when we come into the game on the offensive end. And one of the reasons I think for a lot of substitutions tonight, we wanted to get the press game working. We wanted to get into their depth, get into their legs a little bit, and kind of throwing multiple people out there. We had foul trouble, too, in the first half with Morgan and Mare with both 2 fouls each. But I think sometimes with that, there's just because there's a lack of continuity, when do I cut? And so that timing isn't necessarily there. So the starters are waiting for a cut, but there's just that moment of hesitation where it's just the timing is not quite synced up. So, I mean, that just comes with time, and experience and repping it in practice and getting really comfortable and familiar with the offense. And we'll get to that point where with Mia, with Peyton, with the kids, because we have so much confidence in them. Seeing a zone also, we don't see zone every week, so we did practice for it a little bit, but it's always different when you see a team. And we're going to see Trinity on Friday, and there's another team that we're going to see a lot of zone with. So hopefully some of the stuff that looked a little rough gets a little bit more clean on Friday night.
So we're just over halfway through the season. I'm going to send you back into your classroom duties. Give us a grade. How would you grade the first half performance of this team?
Up until tonight, I would have said we were 7-2 was, I'd say, maybe above expectation. So I would have said A-. I'm going to bump it down to a B+ because of this. I thought we left a lot out there. We didn't finish a lot of layups. We didn't. I think we were 8 for 17 from the free throw line, so especially in clutch situations. So I'm a stickler when it comes to those types of performances, especially we still have Dover, Nashua South. We've got,
Pinkerton coming in.
Oh, we got Pinkerton, Portsmouth, that Londonderry. That we got the heavyweights coming up. So all of that stuff has to be really, really clean. So I say B+. But I want to hopefully we nudge that back in the right direction on Friday.
Tough grader.
Yeah. Well, I think as a whole, I mean, I'm happy with how the first half went for what my opinion's worth. Again, you're getting all the players involved, but we do have a lot of tough teams coming in, and there's going to be more games like Bedford, coming up, and with Pinkerton, because they're really a good team. So it'll be interesting to see how we take it. So the game plan for Trinity, you said it's going to be a zone.
Yep, we're going to see a lot of half-court zone.
Looking for anything differently offensively with this game?
I think it's still a game where, even though we didn't necessarily finish with the 2-2-1 press, I think we still needed it when we, and I think it served a purpose, and I think it helped us in the second half, especially. They're a little tired, and maybe some of those threes that were going in the first half weren't going in the second half because we're doing it. I think, we're going to stick to our script. We're going to be aggressive defensively. We're going to try to get better at some areas of our half-court defense. We're going to try to get better at some areas of our full-court defense. We're going to get multiple players in positions where they can be successful. And offensively, I think, again, we're going to look to spread it around and try to get that ball in the high post and then really, explore from there. They're not a big team in terms of size, so I think we've got to take advantage, of the glass as well, and I think we didn't do a great job of that tonight. So some things that we can learn, hopefully, that we apply on Friday.
Well, good luck Friday night.
Yep, good luck Friday. We got the W. That's what counts.
Thanks, guys.
Live from the Grizzly Den.
Best broadcast team in the state.
Thank you.
Hands down.
See you. Thanks.